a video on the mint sauce that my parents and my grandparents used to make to go with lamb. It's quite a simple sauce, and because my mint plants have gone crazy and have become pot bound, I need to repot them. It's a good opportunity to pick all the mint and do something with it. So I've picked all the mint and I've gone through it. I've got rid of any. This is just the last bit of plant. I've picked all the good leaves off. Left not too much stalk. The stalk at the top there is kind of quite tender, and you can get away with having that in. But anything further down there, it starts getting a bit tough. So you don't normally. I would use stalk in things like parsley stalks, or basil stalks, or coriander stalks. They're really nice, but mint stalks tend to be a bit more woody. So I've just picked off the leaves, the good leaves, got rid of all the ones that are a bit brown and have been eaten by bugs and things like that. Picked through it, washed it twice in cold water to get rid of any dirt and any bugs, and then I've drained it, and I've used my salad spinner to get rid of the excess moisture. If you haven't got a salad spinner, I would recommend that you put it in a clean tea towel and give it a shake about the place, and then that will get rid of any excess moisture. So I've chopped it not too finely, but just like that. You just kind of don't want any kind of I could do that a little bit better, but it's fine. And then I'm going to add it to a mixture of vinegar and sugar. My parents and grandparents never used to. They just used to add vinegar to sugar and then add mint and stir it around, which it's quite a rustic thing to do. I much prefer, and they use malt vinegar. I'm not really a fan of malt vinegar. I think it's okay on chips, but that's about it. So I use a clear vinegar, like apple cider vinegar or white wine vinegar, and what I do is I boil up double quantity of vinegar to sugar. So I've done 400 grams of vinegar and I've done 200 grams of sugar. Boil the vinegar and then add the sugar and stir it around until it melts. Allow it to go cold, and then it forms like a sweet, sour syrup, which you then add the mint to, which I've already done. So in the jar, there's already some mint and the vinegar mixture, and then you just add more mint on top and give it a mix around, and then that's it. It's a very, very, very simple mint sauce. So more in there, more in the mint. It discolours quickly, does mint, so it doesn't matter how sharp your knife is, it soon starts to go a dark green colour. So that's that, and we'll give it a mix around using my knife, which you shouldn't really do. Give it a mix around, and what's going to happen is the vinegar will preserve the mint. What you do need to check is that the acidity level of the vinegar will lessen because you've added all that mint to it. So you just need to keep an eye on it in the next couple of days and give it a taste. And if it still tastes nice and vinegary, that's fine. But otherwise, you need to add a little bit. You might just need to adjust the amount of vinegar that you put into it, just depending on how much mint you put in. You just need to keep an eye on it, and then I'm going to put it in a cupboard where I can see it every day, and then it'll just I'll be able to see. It will discolour, it will lose all the vibrant green colour over a couple of days, but it will taste just as good. So because it's got vinegar in it, and vinegar is an acid, when putting lids on things, I just worry that the vinegar will eat into any kind of metal lid. So a little bit of cling film first, and then the lid on top. I've got an old lid that's going a bit rusty, which is fine, and it's not really suitable for anything else, but because there is a layer of plastic between the sauce and the lid, I'm quite happy to use a lid that's not really suitable for anything else. Then that's it. You leave it in the cupboard and it will keep 6 months, a year, easy peasy, as long as you just keep an eye on it. It doesn't need to live in the fridge, it can just be in the cupboard. It is delicious on lamb and grilled meats. You can also do the same with basil as well, in the same procedure. Same amount of vinegar, sugar, and then lots of chopped basil, and then it works a little bit like a sauce vierge or a Argentinian chimichurri, which are all kind of similar types of things. So that's it. That's what I do when I've got too much mint and I don't know what to do with it and I don't want to waste it. Right, this is the update for the mint sauce video. As you can see, it's about 5 days later now, and it's lost a lot of its vibrancy. However, what it is lost in vibrancy is gained in flavour. I've tasted it, and it's a nice balance of sweet and sour. It's perfect with lamb and grilled. Well, yeah, certainly, and grilled meats as well. And you can do it with other things, other soft herbs like basil and parsley. Basil will work particularly well with fish and other grilled meats. It certainly will be really nice on lamb. But the mint's what I've got. I haven't got any basil in the garden. I don't really use it that much, but the mint is lovely and it's going to be great on lamb. It's not going to lose any of its any more vibrancy than that, and it's certainly going to keep for a good. I would have no qualms about keeping it for a good 6 months. So when you've got lots of mint in the garden and you don't know what to do with it, that is a very good thing to do.